Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my 2014 NFL Draft team needs analysis, and this video is for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who finished 2013 with a record of 8-8. Considering they did start 0-4, they came on very strong late in the year, came up just short of a playoff berth. This is a Steelers team that's still in a transition. From the old guard that was there and integrating some young players into the fold here as they started to do this year. But still a position that they haven't been able to hit through the draft or free agency is that offensive tackle spot. And particularly earlier in the year, that position was a huge problem for this team. They stabilized it somewhat when Kelvin Beachum went to left tackle, but this is still an area for me that they need to improve. Maybe they decide that Beachum is a guy they can develop even further, but still, I think they need a tackle opposite him as well. And when you have a franchise quarterback in Roethlisberger, who's now on the other side of 30, and most importantly, you have now a feature back in Le'Veon Bell. You have two guards in DeCastro and Foster who are coming off good years. DeCastro more in the run blocking department, Foster more in the pass blocking department. But you figure you have two good solid guards. You have Marquise Pouncey coming back next year at center. Upgrade that tackle position, and I think this offensive line could become a pleasant surprise and again become the strength of the offense like it was in their heyday there, in the early, mid, and even late 2000s. So outside of offensive tackle, on the offensive side of the ball, I don't see many upgrades that they can make here. Remember, even if Emmanuel Sanders should leave via free agency, just remember they did draft Marcus Wheaton last year, so I think they would give him a shot before maybe they draft another guy here at wide receiver. But on the defensive side of the ball, I see definite depth that they can build there at corner and safety. And I know this was a theme last year as well, and they did draft Shamarko Thomas, at the safety spot as a developmental guy. But you have these guys in Palomalu and Clark and Ike Taylor who, look, these guys, they keep on ticking. They played a large number of snaps this year. Sure, they're not as great, certainly, as they were, maybe 5-6 years ago, but they're still solid NFL players. But still, you never know when the bottom's going to fall out on those guys. So I think to have guys waiting in the wings would be a smart decision, again, to build some depth at the cornerback and the safety spot in this draft. Might be a way you see the Steelers go. And lastly, you have Brett Kiesel leaving, the longtime 3-4 defensive end. Do they possibly, in the mid to late rounds, take some guys to develop at that 3-4 defensive end position? A position that is very vital in this 3-4 scheme that the Steelers love to play. The right three guys on that defensive line can really free up those linebackers to make plays. Very crucial position. We'll see, again, 3-4 defensive end if they explore that. But the big needs I see, offensive tackle, okay, on the offensive line, cornerback and safety in the secondary. And, again, if they want to take a flyer on some 3-4 defensive ends to bring them along as well. Guys, let me know what you think about the direction you think the Steelers should go in the draft, who they should take. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm doing this needs analysis for all 32 teams, covering the playoffs in depth, the NFL draft, and also the entire NFL offseason. So be sure to subscribe. It's free. Thanks again for listening. Have a great night.